Yeah, so this is Mythic One Armed Bandit, and I'm going to try to explain it to my girlfriend, Alex.
Hello.
Um, Alex, how much of a professional World of Warcraft player are you?
I would say I'm a professional behind your shoulder watcher of World of Warcraft.
Okay.
And I played maybe once a million years ago.
Okay. And have you played any other games like World of Warcraft?
I have played Final Fantasy XIV, but I kind of don't read my abilities, so I'm a very casual player.
Okay, great. So you're basically a professional expert. You've gone to the max level of Final Fantasy XIV.
Correct.
Wow. Beat a lot of my friends, I'll tell you that much.
Anybody can play that game if I can get there.
Perfect. Okay, so this is the One-Armed Bandit. Mm-hmm. All right, when you think of slot machines, what do you think about?
Just old people.
I got great news for you. Those are the people that play World of Warcraft.
Oh, perfect.
in our day and age. So like when you think about like a slot machine and the old people, casinos, what are you thinking about?
I have Ocean's 11.
Ocean's 11. Okay, so this is kind of like a heist.
Okay.
We're trying to get a heist in through this raid.
Okay.
Some fun things that you might think about casinos are like gambling and slots, or like not slots, but the one where it spins around.
You're asking the wrong gal.
Roulette. Okay, so I mean, if we look at the boss room here, this is actually just a big roulette wheel.
I see.
And all the different symbols on the side are the old, the different
card symbols,
the card symbols. So we've got a little bit of flavor going on here.
Yeah,
We've got black and red here. So a lot of the boss abilities here are going to be gambling, roulette, random themes.
Okay.
In fact, the first phase is called "That's RNG, baby." So it's good.
Is that a technical name?
That's literally the name of the phase.
From Mr. Blizzard.
From Mr. Blizzard, stage 1 is called "That's RNG, baby."
I love that.
They had some good flavor here. So here are some other names of abilities. The pay line.
Okay.
You might not know that one. That is like a gambling term. But the big hit.
Love the big hit.
The big hit, we hit it big. How about spin to win?
Yeah.
We're spinning and we're winning. Let's see, the golden ticket.
Charlie and Chalk Factory.
Yeah. Foul exhaust. That is what it smells like in some casinos.
I thought that one was about your farts, but
I appreciate that. Okay, and then So this boss has a few different mechanics, but we're just going to talk about phase 1 right now. So in phase 1, it is going to send out these pay lines, which are going to be coins that come out of the boss and fly across the room.
Okay.
And then there are also going to be the big hit. And
Okay.
the big hit is going to be a big smash for the boss onto the tank. And it's also going to put a ring around both the tank and a random range player.
Okay.
When that expires, there's going to be a little pool of shock on the ground, which is, could you think of anything more casino than a shocking ground? Yeah, I don't think they really cooked on this one.
Does the pool go under both of the people who are targeted? The tank and the range? Okay.
Yeah. Let's see. So when we're going to look at the boss, so this is what the room looks like from like an aerial perspective. The boss is going to start here. We are going to have 4 markers around the room.
Okay.
One is this X marker. That's going to be useful when we talk about some of the placements of certain abilities.
Okay.
And then the moon marker. This is where we're going to deposit all of our shocking fields for the ranged.
Okay, so all the pools.
All the pools are going to go into this kind of like toxic waste zone. That's kind of how I view
the
it.
ranged.
Yeah, for the ranged. And then these 2 markers indicate areas in which we want the boss to be at certain phases of the fight.
Okay.
This one indicates how far to the right the boss can be, how far like on this side of the room the boss can be before we have problems. And this one indicates where we're going to drop a pylon later. This one indicates we're going to drop a pylon at some point. And then over here.
Okay. Where does the tank just drop their pool just wherever they are underneath the boss?
Yeah, anywhere on the outside of the room. That's kind of where they're going to put it. So that's kind of the gist of what the start is. So let's take a look at what the start of the fight is. So you can kind of see those different locations.
Oh, okay, I see.
So we're going to start the fight here. We're going to start the boss. The ranged are going to be over here, and the melee are obviously going to be underneath the boss. Don't worry about my abilities. It's basically a rhythm game.
Okay.
And real quick, how do you like my UI? What would you rate this UI?
As a professional UI rater, I would probably give this somewhere in the 7 range.
Out of 7? Thank you. I appreciate that.
7 out of 10.
Oh.
I think you've got a lot of clear space in the middle. Things aren't super cluttered. I think it looks nice. It's organized.
Perfect. All right, so we're starting the boss here, and the first thing you're going to see is that bait coin. So these are the lines. Do you see these blue lines?
Okay.
Yeah, the blue lines, and then these are the coins.
Okay. Yeah.
Now,
no, I see.
Here's a fun little thing about this boss.
Oh.
So if you are underneath these blue lines, you get crushed. That's the name of the debuff. Crushinated. And so you're stunned for like 6 seconds.
I would be stunned.
So you don't want to get hit by this. However, if you are right next to the coin as it's rolling, you get this debuff, which is actually a buff.
That is a scary image.
Yeah, it's a fun image that allows you to get an extra like bonus boost to your damage and healing. Okay. So the debuff is called High Roller because you had a little bit of a risk reward.
You're catching a slipstream.
Yes.
Off the coin.
Yeah, you're catching a slipstream off the coin, and then you get this big buff to get extra damage. And that is very important for being able to hit the different damage checks on this fight.
Okay. And how long does that buff last?
15 seconds.
Okay. You might have said that.
Yeah.
Before you restart, can I ask, did you use Bloodlust at the beginning of the fight, or is that just resetting from somewhere else?
You talk about this right here?
Yes. Is that Bloodlust?
No. This is our battle reses.
Oh,
This is how many times someone can die, and we can fix the problem.
Okay. Talking like I know something.
Yeah. You're basically perfect. Well, I mean, you have seen Liquid do this on stream.
I was
so
there.
You're already an expert.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are we doing this for?
So one thing about these coins is, as you saw, they were kind of in like a short line between the two. They're actually, the line is determined based off of where the boss is to where the players are. So this, technically, there was a player that was between these lines.
Was between the lines.
Yeah, when these went out, there was some player that was on this line. Okay. And there was another player that was on this line.
Oh, I see.
So that's very important. So this isn't completely random where these go in the boss room. We actually have the ability to control them. We don't get to determine who it gets targeted on, but we can determine roughly where the raid is organized and where we are. So if we kind of go back to this, we have all the range on this X, and we want we've organized it so that the boss will only be in this area. Okay. So that there's always a line, the pay lines and the coins are always going to be headed into this location, no matter where the boss is, as long as everyone has their back to X or is on X, the pay lines are always going to be here. Okay. That's important because in the heroic version of this fight, that wouldn't matter. Okay. No one would care. But in the mythic version, those coins are then going to be an important part of being able to beat the ads that spawn.
Okay. So the coins roll out and then they drop and then they're just there.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, we're gonna see this. The coins come out.
Okay.
And then you can kind of see them down here. They do a little spin and then they drop, and you have to be outside of here. If you're in that circle, you're dead. You're dead, kid.
You're dead. Oh my god! Wait, on the coins, is that Gallywix? His face?
You know what? Honestly, we've done this boss for 5 hours, 10, 15 hours or something like that. I didn't even realize that, but yes, I believe it is Gallywix's face.
I don't think you would have been looking there.
Yeah, probably not. I'm sure that our coin kicker Zach probably knows where they are.
Zach is probably very familiar with that face.
Yeah. I could probably pull up his video. I might show you that later. But so yeah, these coins are now here in the back.
Okay.
And we've baited them.
Coin.
Now, we've got 3 things just popped out here. We have 3 different assistants.
Melee on coin this time. Range on.
So we have 3 different assistants here. These are 3 ads that we have to kill.
Okay.
We have a very short period of time that we can kill these ads. So when we kill the ads, they drop a token.
Okay.
The token then has to be deposited back in the boss so that we can spin the wheel again and get our reward.
And the token is not a coin?
It's kind of like a
Similar.
coin. Yeah, we want to try to use different terms, even though,
I
it's
see,
kind of like
I
a
see.
coin.
It's a token.
Now, for each of there are 4 different symbols that are above all of the heads.
Okay.
There are only 3 here, okay? So there is the shock.
Oh, okay.
There's a flame. You can kind of see it
little
here.
bit.
And then there's a coin. And then later on, there will be one that is a bomb. You can actually see that symbol is over here.
I see.
Now,
Like a little projection.
exactly. Now, based off of the combination of coins or tokens that you put in, you get a different reward.
Okay.
The boss rewards you with a penalty.
Does the token... So the token corresponds with this symbol?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's a predetermined order or like a common order into how you want to handle this. This is something described as like a build a boss. That's a common way because there's a lot of different ways that you can handle this.
Okay.
There's always going to be a shock. There's always going to be a flame. There's always going to be a coin on the first one.
Okay.
And
It's not RNG, baby.
that's not RNG. However, where they are is RNG.
Okay.
And that can be really annoying because of how the baits work. Okay, so sometimes we have to kill certain ads, and when there's a bait coming, the boss, we want to kill the ad over here.
Okay.
But we can't have the boss over here because it would cause the pay lines to come out over in this toxic waste zone that we'll see later on. So this one is going to be the flame and the coin, and this is just going to do a lot of damage.
Oh.
I know that we played the video for about 2 seconds, but one of the things that has to get done is that these coins that dropped need to get kicked and hit one of the assistants.
Okay.
So our boy Zach is right now, you can actually kind of see him back here. He's got a little circle around him. He has to knock the coins and hit the assistants that we want to kill.
Okay, in order.
It doesn't necessarily have to be in order, but he has to not kick this one.
Okay.
If you don't do that, you can't kill them.
Okay.
This is the mythic mechanic, and this is why the placement of the coins is important. And I would describe this mechanic as challenging and not fun.
Ooh, poor Zach.
I think like one of the things I've noticed while looking at this boss is that the heroic mechanics designed for fun. There's a lot of fun in the heroic mechanics. And when you introduce the mythic mechanics, it's designed for challenge. It makes it significantly harder. And that is the thing that's like satisfying to accomplish and overcome, but can be really frustrating to die to, if he kicks this and it's right off to the side, we're dead. We gotta reset.
It's not like Zach isn't like targeting the assistant and then kicking the coin. He's just kicking the coin in the direction.
It's all
of the
skill
assistant.
shot.
Oh my god.
It's all a skill shot.
Shout out to Zach.
Shout out to Zach. And he had to do this. We have to do it. These 5. This is the order in which we do it. So he has to do it perfectly.
Flame.
This is 5 times 2, 10 times.
Ooh.
He has to do it perfectly 10 times every single fight.
Wow.
For us to have a chance. And so he's probably kicked thousands of coins at this point. The man is an expert coin kicker.
Zach MVP.
Yeah. On this fight, most certainly. All right. So we've split the raid here, and having the ranged are killing this guy, this one in the middle.
You ball punch.
And the melee are killing this one.
Okay.
So they're going to kill it, someone's going to drop, he's going to drop the token. There's the token. Let's see if I can show you here. So look at the fire guy here.
Okay.
The fire guy's going down. He's going down. 20%. He died. And then there's the token that's on the ground. Now watch that. So one of our players picked it up, came over here, and then at some point he has to deposit it. And there's a very small window in which he's able to deposit it. Mm-hmm. And he has a little like Weekora UI thing that tells him when it's okay to deposit it.
Okay.
Again, very small window that you don't really have to worry about in Heroic, but adds a significant challenge.
High stress job.
High stress job, exactly. All right, so while the boss is here, we're going to have to, we're going to have a coin that's coming in, so we're going to have the ranged kill off this guy. And while he's doing that, the ranger to kill that, we got the reward here. This reward was the flaming coin. It just does an insane amount of damage to the raid.
Oh, is that this little fireball?
Yeah, these fireballs.
Okay.
Yeah, the boss is now slamming us with damage.
Okay.
So, you know, we just have the healers deal with it.
This is just like a real casino.
Just like a real casino. Let's see. Oh, I accidentally went back. But there we go. Just like a real casino, we're getting hit by fireballs. Mm-hmm. Now, see here, we were all in a way that we were baiting the coins so that the coins come over here. You can kind of see this has been happening while the rest of the boss has been going on, but there's just puddles that are slowly accumulating around the room that we are trying to break through.
I did not even see those.
Exactly. There's also these flame tornadoes. We'll talk about that in a minute.
Flame tornadoes,
Coin
exploding coins, toxic waste zones.
Just like any other casino.
Just like a real casino.
Yeah. Yeah, and so we have another coin and shock. So,
okay. More assistance out.
Yeah, can you tell me which ads we're going to do? A, B, or C? Which ones are we going to kill first?
I'll be honest, I didn't fully understand this little chart on the left.
Okay, it says kill coin and shock.
Oh, I was not even looking. There's so many things on the screen.
There's a little visual noise in World of Warcraft?
I don't know if you're seeing the same thing that I'm seeing, but there's kind of a lot of things happening. So, okay, kill coin and shock. Oh, okay, so the one all the way to the right and then the one in the middle.
Yep, and we have the melee focus on the ones on the right, and then the range will take whichever one is on the left.
Okay.
Melee on coin, range on shock.
So you called it before Punch did.
Well, I had the video paused.
Oh, perfect. Okay, so while we're doing this, the big hit went out, and this is the circle that drops the puddle.
Okay, that's the toxic waste.
This is the toxic waste.
Got it.
So the tank always gets hit with it. Mm-hmm. It's 100%. The ranged, it's a random person on the range that gets targeted with it. And there is no indicator anywhere on the screen other than your character becomes blue and you get the circle around you. But in this, you could think that, hey, this is para. Like, this is right under me.
Yeah, that does look like it could be you. It's
it could be me.
Middle of the screen.
But it's not. It's someone else. And so they're going to go ahead and take this gateway. This is a warlock ability that allows you to teleport to the toxic waste zone. And so that's something that we had here we set up a gateway that would allow the range to get a quick shortcut to the toxic waste zone.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's what you just saw there. Let's see. Then there's these fire tornadoes that come out. This is a healer mechanic. We don't care about those. Healers adjust. These, whenever you see, let's see. That's all dead. I'll point it out next time. All right, so we're killing these.
Bait.
Now we gotta bait the coins.
Baiting coins. We got 3 seconds. 2 seconds.
All right, so we got the reward here.
Okay.
The reward here was we got this pylon that is dropped on the tank. Now this pylon, let's see if I can see the ability here. This one was the reward of, I think, coin and shock.
Yes.
And this is the coin magnet pylon. And the coin magnet attracts all the gold in players' bags, pulling them toward itself and inflicting a lot of damage.
Wow, these numbers are so inflated. It's like 600,000. I'm like, I don't even know how much it is.
And that's accurate.
How much of your life total would you say that is?
So we have 11 million health without any buffs.
11 million?
11 million.
All right, so that's not too bad.
Yeah, it's not too bad. You can kind of see, like, this is pulling us in, and we're taking we're ticking down, right? We're taking probably about 10% of our life.
Okay.
But this now, every single time we get a reward, we get gripped. We get pulled into this coil.
Every time you get a reward. Okay.
Yeah.
That's not great.
Yeah. This is like a quintessential World of Warcraft boss, where there are just a mechanical overlap and just mechanical complexity over and over and over, just builds. Dropping off the puddles, not hard. Baiting the coins, not hard. Getting a bunch of AoE damage on you, not hard. But when we overlap all of these different abilities going off at the same time, it becomes very overwhelming.
Yeah. I mean, imagine how Zach feels having to do all that and kick the coins.
And kicking the coin. Yeah. Yeah. Another thing that's fun about this is that if you click on this coil, this is a random item that's in the middle of the raid.
Okay.
If you click on the coil, you take 20, like an absurd amount. It will one-shot every single player, except for the tanks.
If you click it.
If you click on it,
it will just kill everyone.
It will kill whoever clicked on it.
Oh, it'll just kill whoever.
It will kill everyone that clicked on it, and it will activate the pylon and start gripping everyone in.
So it'll be like a domino effect if you do it. You might just like kill yourself and then pull another person in, and then they die, and then it's just like...
No. It's like you actually have to like right click on it. It's not that you're close enough to it. You have to right click to interact with it.
Oh, interesting.
And so if you interact with it, you will most likely die. It will start pulling everyone in, but it clears out the closest toxic waste puddles. So you have to have someone that can click on it at specific moments in order to clear out the toxic waste puddle. It's a risk-reward kind of thing. You have someone click on it. We have the tanks click on it. And
because they'll survive.
They can survive it, yeah.
Okay.
And then we clear out the toxic waste puddle so that we don't eventually run out of space in the room.
Oh, okay.
All right. So the big hit just went out. What do you think is going to happen?
The big hit.
The big hit. That was the blue circles.
Well, you still have some room here, but it looks like there's not a lot on the toxic waste dump side. Does that mean it's time to clear a little bit of toxic waste? Do you drop the puddle and then come back?
Yeah. We're gonna have the range drop the puddle in the toxic waste zone. They can still drop it on the zone, and that's okay.
Okay, so there's still more room in the zone.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then where do you think the tank is gonna drop it?
It kind of seems like there's some puddles on this
over
upper
here.
piece.
Yeah. So they'll probably drop it over there. And look, that's exactly where Senna drops it.
Wow. Get me into the fight.
Did we see what's going on over here?
That seems a little close.
This was not ideal. This was not ideal.
Melee and shock.
And so what we're gonna do is, the assistance came out. This thing automatically started to pull us in, and so we're gonna have a tank come in and click on this to activate it again. But it's already activated, so we don't get a double penalty.
Oh, okay.
Range on.
And that'll clear this puddle.
That feels smart.
We're baiting in 4 seconds.
See if anyone clicks on it. Maybe not.
In theory,
you
could
could
have
do
clicked
that.
on it.
Yeah. So, these coins are coming out and we're killing the ads. We're going to try to bait on the coins to get the buff. And we're doing that. And we got to move up ahead.
Oh, another puddle just in the middle of the raid.
We're not really great at the mechanic. We try to do our best here.
This looks like the pro strats.
Yeah.
We're baiting in 4 seconds, guys. We got 3 seconds for bait. 2 seconds. Here comes the baits.
There is so much happening on screen.
Clear.
Oh, but it cleared.
I need external stuff.
Yeah, someone clicked on it. That's pulling us in.
Pop grippies. Good job. Flame and bomb.
All right. Which one do you think we're gonna kill?
Okay, I can see it says kill flame and bomb this time.
Okay. Which one do you think the melee is going to attack? And which one do you think the range is going to attack?
You said melee goes all the way to the right.
Mm-hmm.
And so then range would just be whatever one's to the left. So Ranged on bomb.
Ranged on bomb and melee on flame. Yep.
I thought this was
Melee
an
on flame,
explainer
range on
video.
bomb in the middle.
Not a
NATOs
test.
are coming out. Careful. We are baiting here also. We are baiting.
5, 4, 3.
Good baits, guys. Coins all
Wow.
over the place.
Good
If we have a
baits,
ball, put it
guys.
on punch. Or freedom or something.
Flames.
I forgot to mention it, but on the last reward, we did flame and shock. And so this put a coil down.
Oh.
That one's all the way out here.
In the toxic waste.
And what this does is every time we get a reward, we suddenly get all these fire tornadoes that come out. And they come out from its spot down here, and it comes out in a ray out like this,
Like
and then comes back in.
Oh.
So when you combine that with the gravity thing pulling in your coins, it makes it hard to dodge these. Like if it was just if it's just coming out like rays and coming back in, it's fine
Yeah.
because you can just sit in one location. You don't have to think about it.
Yeah.
But because you're getting pulled in, you might be in a different position when it comes back than when you dodge it the first time.
Get that out.
We didn't get it out.
Yeah. It seems like everybody's trying their best.
We're all doing our best.
Wait, so if you pause, so those flame tornadoes that I see now,
Yeah.
they seem like they were kind of moving out in a sunburst position from like sort of where this back coin
Yeah.
is. Why are they? Are you saying they're all moving out from one spot and then coming back? But that looks like it's moving out from a different spot.
Yeah, so there's a debuff that gets put on players every time we interrupt the cast of these assistants. When you the debuff goes out and it slowly deals a lot of damage to you and reduces your maximum health.
Okay.
So you have to dispel it very quickly. We have any player run out to get dispelled, and when it does that, a bunch of flames come off of the player, and has to the raid now has to dodge those flames. So that's why there might be flames that come from here or over here.
Oh, okay. So there's fire tornado flames coming out from the coil, but also occasionally from players.
Pretty simple.
Easy game.
5, 4, 3, 2,
Green flames.
1.
Bait.
Ads are here. We're gripping.
As you saw right there, I don't know if you saw.
Yeah.
Zero had to get out, and now the flames are coming off him.
Coins are
And
going to
those
be
flames
coming
are
out
gonna
also.
go
Do
and
not
then
get
come
run
back
over.
in.
Grip these ads.
Now we've got some booties that have rolled in.
Booty.
So these are gift package bombs,
Oh.
and we have to once we kill this assistant, we all have to get on these bombs and blow them up as fast as possible. We have to once they blow up, it just kills everyone. So we have to do our AoE cleave abilities and kill them really quickly. And then once they die, they also burst into flame tornadoes, and we have to dodge those.
There's a
Sin.
lot of flame tornadoes going on.
NATOs are coming from behind also. Nice job.
Watch out for the naders.
Foul exhaust. 5,
We're also baiting here.
3,
There's also damage coming out.
1.
I feel like I'm getting a little overwhelmed with how much is going on.
Don't worry, just do this boss for 15 hours and you're fine.
Shock and bomb. Melee on shock. Ranger on bomb.
Bait.
Coins are coming out in 3 seconds, guys. Careful. Coins are coming out in 1 second. Here they come.
So now we have all these tornadoes, and Zach is kicking the coins, and we're baiting the coins, and we have to go in the right direction, and we have to target the right enemies. And the boss is almost to the phase 2 transition.
Just like a real casino.
Just, I mean, it is true. Like the intensity just ramps up and up and up, and when you get to this point, we are dialed in. We
Yeah.
are locked
Yeah.
the fuck in.
2, 1.
NATOs
Just dodge
coming
a
back
few
in.
tornadoes. Imagine if you're
There's
melee right now.
so many of them.
Kill
It-
shock
it's
and bomb.
bullet
We're gonna put
hell.
these in.
Oh, there's only a few puddles that are coming out too at the same time. It's pretty easy.
Green flames.
Defensives, cookies.
Bait.
So now we've put in shock
Good
and
job.
bomb. Now this is going to drop another pylon. When this pylon comes out, a bunch of smaller booties, explosive bombs are going to come out, and we have to cleave them down. But they're not as deadly as the other ones. They don't drop big tornadoes. But if they reach a player, they blow up.
A couple of little booties.
Yeah, so we got to
Here
basically
comes the
kill them.
ads. Coins are coming out in 3 seconds. Coins are coming out in 2.
Oh, I see the little booties.
We got the little booties. Oh, one's on me. If you see fixate, it means it's coming towards
not yet.
me.
Uh-oh.
When he hits P2.
You have to resist the call of the booty.
Yeah, so we're killing these, and now we're in. The boss just went to 29%. We're in phase 2. Phase 2 no longer has these like assistants that spawn. We no longer have to do that, but we are now on a clock.
Uh-oh.
There's a very big time check here and a big DPS check that we have to hit. And we're 4 minutes and 31 seconds in the fight. Can you believe we've only been doing this fight for 4.5 minutes at this point?
It's kind of... It's just really intense. It's hard to tell when we keep, like, pausing the video.
Yeah.
To realize, like, how quick it really is in real time. But it's just so much happening all at once.
Yeah. So now in phase 2, we don't have those things. We don't have the assistants that come out, but the pylons activate all the time. There's still the big hits coming out, and now we're gonna have a new set of pylons that come out.
Okay, so right now, just checking, there's 3 pylons. There's the 2 that we've seen, and then you said it just dropped one.
Yeah, you can kind of see it up here. This dynamite pylon. So that spawns the ads. There's the superheated one that's about to spawn. That's going to spawn tornadoes, and then there's the currency.
The pulling one.
The pulling one.
Okay.
So now this is all of the mechanics of the fight have now built up, and they're just going off constantly for the next. We have 60 seconds to beat the boss.
Okay. Does phase 2 have a name? Phase 1 was.
Yes.
It's RNG, baby.
Yeah.
So what is?
Do you want to
phase
guess?
2? No.
Perfect. The phase is called. The game is rigged.
Oh my god. I keep saying it, but it really is just like a real casino.
It's just like a real casino. You can't win. So we've got the big hit, we got the pay lines, we got foul exhaust. This is just a healer mechanic. We don't care about that. And then we also have explosive jackpots. So this summons bombs.
I think you're really bearing the lead here. The cheat to win.
Yeah, it just gets to determine what the results of its own kind of like casino roll are.
I love that.
So it now will spawn these hyper coils, which are like these Tesla coils that spawn randomly under any player in the raid. And when they activate, they have this lightning beam that will point itself from the coil to the boss. And if any player is in that lightning beam, they're dead. Instant dead.
How quickly between it spawning on the player and the lightning beam to the boss coming out? Like, how long
Seconds.
do you have to adjust? Oh.
Seconds. So we have to, but it's under a random player. So much like the coins, we can determine roughly where they're going to get placed by putting ourselves in a place. The entire raid are going to go to the same location. But if everyone goes up into melee and these booties come in, if any of them connect, we're dead.
Oh.
So we're dodging the pylons, we're trying to kill the booties, and then there's going to be another mechanic called hot, hot, heat. And at this point, you have to move away from the boss, and there's going to be these lines of fire that the boss shoots at an individual player, and anyone else that's caught in it, dead.
Seems like there's a lot of insta-dead
That is
kind of mechanics.
That is welcome to Mythic Raid, baby.
Oh no.
Okay, now we stack. NATOs are coming. Careful, guys.
I got hit by a nader.
Close. We're going up
The
first.
NATOs.
We're going up to 12
Alright, he's
o'clock
rigging
first.
the
Coins
game.
are
We've
coming
now
out in
dropped
3
Bloodlust.
seconds.
Everyone's
Coins are
got their
coming out in 2
cooldown
seconds.
pop
We
right
can zero.
Okay.
We're now just
Right,
all
backwards.
trying to
We can
stack
be
here
zero. We have an
in the
extra.
center.
Close down.
This is the pylon.
Go to
Oh.
Oh,
12
a lot of
o'clock
stuff
now.
happened. So this is the pylon here, this hyper coil.
Okay.
It spawned, immediately started connecting with the boss. Anyone that was in this line, dead.
Is that it? Did they die just when it connects, or if it connects and then you walk into it? Will you
When
take
it
damage?
connects to the boss, and if you are in the line, like this like kind of like lightning line,
Yeah.
you get hit by it and you die.
Okay, I'm saying if you walk into it after it's
Yes, you will die.
Okay.
Yeah,
So just all the
it's
time.
For the
it's
12.
permanently activated.
Love that.
coins coming out in 1 second.
4, 3,
Don't get run over.
2,
Here we're just trying to
We're
send the
going to
coins
10 o'clock
out.
next.
We don't have to kick them back in. Now
Drop
I've
those
finally
out.
gotten the big hit.
Yeah.
There's no debuff on me. I just had to know that this was on me. Did you see anything that indicated that it was on me?
The big blue circle.
besides that. We're all stacked together.
Yeah.
There was nothing to indicate we're all stacked on top of each other. I just happened to be moving when it came out. So we learned as range players, when that thing comes out, you wiggle your character to see if it's you.
Okay, I see.
Those out.
So I'm sending mine out.
Okay.
And then I'm running back in.
Keep moving, boss. 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock.
We're still baiting. We're getting pulled in by the currency coils.
Hot
the
heat,
bombs
get
have
out.
just
Hot heat,
spawned.
get out
the
of the
flames are coming in.
These are coming now.
These pylons are blasting
guys.
us. I can't even see where my
We're gonna
mouse
go to
is.
like 7 o'clock next,
I
back
can
here.
barely see it.
We're gonna move here next.
I'm ropping the.
All right, now I have the hot heat debuff.
Okay.
So that's this big thing. So what I need to do is I need to get this away from the raid. So normally we would have them sent out over here to the outer part of the room, but I at this point know, okay, the raid's over here. I don't think that anyone's going to be over by this currency coil. There's no way I'm going to get to this point.
Yeah.
If I try to get here or here, the raid's dead. So I think I decide to move and try to bait it over in this area.
Beams in 2
So I
seconds.
bait it over
Hot
here.
heat, get out.
Boom.
Oh.
Saved. Didn't
We
kill
can
a single
CC
person.
these ads. We
Wow.
can CC these
We're
ads.
slowing
Do
the
not
ads
go from
down. We're just
there.
trying to kill the
Use
boss.
secondary pods.
5%.
Secondary
Yeah.
pods.
We got 19
Watch out
people
for coins
alive.
on us, guys.
Watch out for the coins. We're gonna die to the coins.
Oh, I see
The
lots
beams
of
are
people
coming.
dying too.
Get
We're
those
losing
zaps out.
Blizz. It's not a surprise to lose Blizz.
Coin underneath us.
They're coming out. We're taking damage.
I
We're
can-
right at the end. The beams are coming. The hot heat might kill us. 0%. And we got him, baby. And we got him, baby.
Incredible.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm putting 200.
Wow.
I'm glad that my mic
and-
was muted because I screamed so loud. It woke you up.
I did hear it. I did hear it from the other room. You told me the next morning that you had killed the boss, and I went, yeah, I know. Just follow-up question. I see that you have died. What is cartel jumper cables?
Oh,
What does that mean?
So in this raid, they allow you to, if you're dead and you're outside of combat, the raid is outside of combat, you can use cartel jumper cables to automatically resurrect at where you died.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, and so this helps you kind of like, if you die in a reset, you can just revive everyone.
Oh, that's
You
nice.
just need one person to be able to get up and then revive a healer, and then the healer can revive everyone else.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then this is all the loot and everything that's
Yeah. We didn't get anything good, though.
Oh.
We were looking for an item called House of Cards or Best in Slots. Anything else, useless.
Okay.
Whatever, all the other stuff that's for, like, the melee and the healers and the tanks, like, I don't really care about that. We want House of Cards, baby.
Wow. Shout out to Blizz. You made mostly useless rewards.
No. The rewards are good for other folks, but those are the chase items.
I see. Wow, well, congrats.
Thank you. How do you feel about the One Armed Bandit? We've really come so far.
We really have. Let's go back to the beginning.
So this was the beginning.
Remember when we had no toxic waste? When it was just a nice room, just like any other casino. I think that in the end, I've never been to Las Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
I've never been to a casino. Seeing this, I don't think I want to go. I don't think I'm a gambler.
I feel like the game's
But
rigged.
it's very impressive.
Flame the coin.
It's very impressive what you guys do.
Yeah.
Melee on coin.
You're
not just saying
Melee on
that.
Flame.
I'm not
Because-
just saying that. I mean, you guys do this every week for however many hours a week, and it's, it's hard to understand
Hey,
from
Bob
the
Punch.
outside that you have to just keep doing this, 6 minutes of intense focus over and over and over again.
Yeah.
And for every win like this, there's
Do you want to know?
not to be rude, untold amounts of failure.
Well, we can tell the tale. Do you want to guess how many pills we had on this boss?
I think you said there were a lot that were a lot of other guilds that were over 100, no?
Yeah, so we had, I think, 160
Yeah.
pulls, attempts, and failures.
That's a lot.
Where you just have some random thing that goes off and you just die.
Yeah.
And you can see there's so many points of failure. Dropping the puddles off in the wrong spot. You kick the
Point shot.
coins in the wrong direction.
Coin,
The
radar
tanks
shot.
don't put the pylons in the right spot.
Yeah.
The tanks accidentally get hit by one of the tank busters without using one of their mitigation cooldowns.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's hard enough to
Baiting
get,
coins in 3 seconds.
20 people even just in the room, essentially, that to think that you've got 20 people all like firing on all cylinders straight for like this 6 or whatever minutes it is. It is really impressive.
And we're all doing a little rhythm mini game at the same time.
Yeah, we haven't even talked
coins,
about
we
how
got
you
3
guys are
seconds,
actually
2
pressing
seconds.
buttons, and like we're talking a lot about mechanics. We're not talking a lot about like your actual abilities. So to just be doing all of that at once, I could not do this.
Yeah.
I would be on the 1 button.
Well, you know, I've got the 1 button down here. This 1 button
Melee
is
shock, range on
for when the
flame.
raid leading has to come out, and we gotta stop paying attention to doing damage and start paying attention to what's killing us.
We need to outsource the damage.
Yeah, we need to outsource the damage to the 1 button. But I'm mostly pressing my buttons here. I've gotten to the point where at this fight I can do that and raid lead at the same time.
Yeah.
Calling it. 5.
But yeah, no,
4,
congrats.
3.
That definitely looks very hard.
Yeah.
We're baiting in
I'm
4
trying to think
seconds,
of anything
guys. We got
else.
3 seconds for bait. 2 seconds.
Took us,
Here comes the baits.
I think, 15 hours because it was like 3 weeks worth. We're dodging the coin while getting
Any
gripped at the
external
same time.
stun?
That's another one. You get hit by the coins. There's just so many different. We had one problem where like the coins would come in while you're taking the gateway. So imagine the
Flame and
coin is
bomb,
getting
flame and
kicked in,
bomb.
and you take the gateway. You just
Melee on flame, range on bomb.
wherever
in the
you
middle.
land, you're in the
Natives are
puddle,
coming
and
out,
you're
careful.
also
We
stunned.
are baiting here
You're
also. We are
instantly
baiting.
dead.
Yeah.
4,
That's RNG, babe.
They're baits, guys.
That is
Coins
RNG.
all over the place. If we
How
have
do
a
you
ball,
feel
put it on
about
punch.
it?
Or something.
So I'm really satisfied. This is probably, I will say, like, this is probably one of the most mechanically intense fights I've ever done in World of Warcraft.
5.
Because of just how many things go off at the same time in that layering thing that I was talking about.
Yeah,
Over here,
yeah.
we're dripping.
Coins
are going to be
just
coming
really
out also.
at
Do
the
not
end
get
there's
run over.
so many
Grip the
things that are
lads in.
happening, and I've done bosses
Natives
that
are coming
have
from behind
like
also.
we have
Nice
like multiple phases in them, and when you have the multiple phases, like you have to learn a new phase and there's new mechanics, but it's not like everything from the first mechanic goes off, and then also you have a new phase and all the previous mechanics are still going off. So
Yeah,
it's like
yeah,
a
yeah.
reset. Mechanical reset.
Melee on shock,
and
range
so
on
having all
bomb.
this, it was really satisfying, and this is honestly one of
Coins
the
are coming out in 3
yeah,
seconds.
definitely
guys.
one of the
Careful.
more
Coins are
challenging
coming out in 1
fights
second.
of this
Here they
tier
come.
for Mythic, and I'm really proud of
NATO's
like the
coming back
group
in.
that we had and everyone's progression through
So
it. I was
shock and
really
bomb, we gotta
impressed
put
with
these in.
like I was really impressed with how much resilience our group had because we had last week we had a 4% wipe.
Coins are coming out in
And
3
then we
seconds.
never got
Coins are
even
coming out in
close
2.
for the rest of the night to that 4%. And so being able to like take the like we're so close. We know that if we just get to that
not
last
yet.
phase,
When it hits,
we can do it. But then having to go through like wipe after wipe after
Yeah.
wipe of just dying to like
now we stack
a random mechanic.
Yeah, that's
Ever-
mentally. I mean, just the mental
We're going
energy that
up
you have to do
first.
to focus on
We're
the
going
fight.
up
To
to
just
12
have to keep
o'clock
doing
first.
it over
Coins
and
are
over
coming
and
out in
over
3
and failing
seconds.
over and
Coins are
over and
coming out
over.
in 2
That's just like
seconds.
really
We hit 0.
really mentally
Backwards.
taxing.
You
If
can
you
be
can hear
right
what I'm
there. We have
saying.
an
Yeah.
Yep. Go to 12
Yeah,
o'clock now.
and I feel like
Everyone
you
at
do
12.
have to have a sort of a mental resiliency to kind
Coins coming out in
of
1
keep
second.
getting back on the horse, so to say.
Yeah.
Get run over. We're going to 10 o'clock next.
Yeah.
Drop those out.
And Punch does a good job of doing the call outs. This is stuff I can't do that while also
9 o'clock,
pushing
9
my
o'clock.
buttons, but he's very good at that.
Yeah,
How
I mean,
do
it's
you
been
get
pretty
out?
clear,
How do you
even
get
just
out of the
listening
group?
to it. I mean, there's no like
Games are coming now.
chatter on the radio,
Good job,
so to
guys.
speak.
Yeah, we would never have
like
useless chatter on the
7 o'clock.
radio.
No.
We never keep comms dirty. you
Clearing
know?
comms, clearing comms.
We always have
Yeah,
clearing
it's-
comms. But yeah, like this play right here, I was very proud of that.
Yeah, I feel like you
We can
guys also
CC
have a
these
lot
ads,
of
we
pretty
can CC
clear,
these ads, we can rip them in.
what is it, weak
No,
auras
use
or like
secondary pots.
the-
Secondary pots.
Yeah.
Watch out for coins
the
on
call
us,
outs
guys.
and everything on the screen?
Get those zaps out. Coin underneath us.
Anything else to say? Just getting getting mesmerized.
honestly, every time I see it, it's just like
Oh, let's go.
you're so locked in at that moment. Even now, I'm like, okay, we're gonna do it. Are we gonna kill
Is
him?
it gonna happen? Is it gonna happen?
But yeah, that was the Mythic One Armed Bandit.
Amazing.
Thank you. I am.